Hello everyone, how you going? Welcome to Canadian Stereotypes. Now obviously every single country is going to have a whole bunch of stereotypes. I feel as though in Canada's case, it's probably the US that's perpetuating them a lot. But hey, obviously Australia is certainly no stranger to stereotypes. So I just want to know, what are they stereotypes and just how can we actually either avoid them, change them, or even just deal with them?
Hi, I'm Ginger Pale and I live in Canada. To start this video off, I want you to picture in your head what you think a typical Canadian looks like.
Okay.
Done.
Wait, can I see?
Get it? There's nothing because Canada isn't real.
Oh, really?
Shut up,
Another
Ivy.
argument.
But for real.
Honestly, I just have to pause it then because I never knew that there was any other argument. I mean, I've heard that Australia doesn't exist and all these different things, but I didn't know that Canada was also on that blacklist.
But for real, is it something like this? Or maybe this? How about this?
Oh.
Yeah, that's a polar bear. They can have nationalities too.
Okay.
Well, Canada's a huge place, and all of these examples may be true, but it doesn't mean the whole country is lumberjacks and mounties driving moose and polar bears.
Oh, come on.
Off topic, don't you think that multiple moose should be referred to as meese? Because multiple goose is geese, and
mice.
they're pretty close.
And things
Anyways,
like
like whatever country you live in, we also have a variety of people. I mean, look at us, we're the second largest country in the world. So I don't get where you guys are coming up with these stereotypes, but I'm
Here
gonna
we
be
go.
talking about some of them. Number 1, it's super cold. A lot of people seem to think we live in some sort of year-round frozen wasteland where all our houses are built from ice blocks.
Yes,
But
I mean, like I said, I just always pictured that Canada is so cold. I mean, there might be a little bit of greenery every now and again in the summer, but it's just a freezing, not wasteland, but just a freezing cold country.
have you know, my house is built out of sticks and scotch tape. And as for the
Ah,
weather, yeah, in the winter it does get to like minus 40 degrees Celsius. Fun fact,
Exactly.
minus 40 degrees Celsius equals minus 40 Fahrenheit. In the
Fair
summer,
enough.
which we do have, it goes up to like 32 degrees Celsius.
That's crazy.
That's 90 Fahrenheit. So boom, take off your scarves and break out the ice cream because summer gets decently warm. But I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
basically t-shirt weather when it doesn't sting to breathe in the cold air. Let's also take a look at our
wait, what?
doesn't sting to breathe in the cold air.
Jesus, sting to breathe in the cold air. I mean, obviously, you can also talk about the t-shirt weather, but no, 32 degrees to minus 40. That is just one of the biggest temperature ranges I feel as though I've ever heard of. And so I just don't understand. How do you even prepare for that? You know, I feel as though there's a stereotype that we've looked at before in terms of just the UK just constantly looking at the weather. And so I wonder if it's a thing in Canada to just be constantly checking the weather, because one day, I mean, obviously, hopefully not one after another, but one day you might be having to deal with minus 40, and then another day you're dealing with, well, virtually plus 40. And so that's a massive, ridiculous range.
Let's also take a look at our beloved restaurant slash cafe, Tim Hortons. On their menu, they have ice
Can't say I've ever heard of it. What was it, Tim
Look at our
Hortons?
beloved restaurant slash cafe, Tim.
Here we go. Always fresh Tim Hortons. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, like I said, I've never even heard of it. And I guess restaurant slash cafe. I mean, like I've said before, if you're a restaurant that is also selling coffee, that is just what you're doing. You're not a cafe. A cafe has to only be a cafe. And by that standard, I guess you have to close at about 3 p.m.
On their menu, they have iced cappuccinos and frozen lemonade. Tell me, why would they have frozen drinks if it were always cold here?
What if they were regular drinks, but then they froze?
I guess you have a point. But no,
Hang on a second. I mean, yeah, like you said.
What if they were regular drinks, but then they froze?
I guess you have a point.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, I feel as though, I guess he said, but no, but at the same time, you know, you just kind of leave it outside and it's minus 40, you're probably a snap freeze, you know? You've seen videos where I think it's actually people throwing boiling water, I mean, because that just helps your action, but it literally just turns to snow the second it comes out of the kettle. And also, I'm not going to sit here and say that they're the same people, but at the same time, I've definitely heard that, I'm fairly sure it's New York, just love just cold drinks all year round, you know? It could be snowing outside, it could be blizzard, sleet, rain, whatever it may be, and they're like, yeah, just give me an iced coffee. And so, I don't know, I feel as though there's definitely room for cold drinks in a cold climate if that's what you're into somehow.
But no, Canada's the next hot destination for Funland. Bring you and the family, bring the kids. Disneyland. Number
It's not
2,
Zara.
all your money looks like Monopoly money.
Hey, if I come, is it okay to bring any type of Monopoly money? Like if I have the Star Wars version of Monopoly, will it still count, or do I need to have money from the original game?
Ugh.
Okay, yes, we have colorful money, but we're not the only country that does that. Why did us friendly
we go.
Canadians get stuck with this stereotype?
Oh, here we go. Let's look at this. Oh, I kind of don't mind the little bit of a semicircle on the corner, so it kind of lines up at the end. That certainly makes for putting them next to each other to look very, very nice. I wonder if that's just a printing thing in terms of it just shows them where to cut each note, or really, I have no idea. And then we've got, like it says down here, we've got others. I mean, to be fair, Australia was the first and is still kind of the most pristine notes, I think, in the world. I mean, because we are just constantly rolling out new technologies, we've got a fully transparent window all the way through the entire thing, and I don't think any other country has that. I mean, yeah, they all try to kind of use the little transparent windows, but ours is literally as though you cut the note in half.
Is it because we're an easy target? Because we try to be nice? That's rude. But it
Yep.
wasn't always this way. Canada's money used to be just as boring as the US. Actually, you know
as
what? I
boring.
bet you $100 that Canada got colorful money before Monopoly was even invented.
Ooh, here we go. When was Monopoly born? 1904. Well, here we go. 1969. Oh, poor fella. Oh, would you look at that? I just saw that for 2 seconds.
Huh.
Come on.
Well, yes, I owe you.
Cough it up, Sonny Jim. There we go. That's the note we love to see. My goodness, I'm going to be buying so many houses with that.
Number 3, you love maple syrup.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't really
I mean,
care
I
for
do.
pancakes, waffles, or French toast. Pretty much anything that you actually should put maple syrup on. Instead, I
Okay.
usually just drink it by itself. I got
Wow.
maple running through my veins. But eventually I was like, diabetes, so I slowed down on that.
Jeez, I would just want to take that back because
Anything
that
that
was
you actually
crazy.
should put maple syrup on.
Look at that. Imagine just chucking it. Well, I mean, I can't imagine just chucking it straight from the bottle. That would just be such a sugar hit. That's ridiculous. I mean, I guess maybe like Australians or Vegemite, as a Canadian, you just kind of develop a tolerance to like super sugary maple syrup, but that's crazy. Maybe you just actually skip the bottle, just go straight to the tree and just put your tree up to the stuff with root, or what is it called? A tap, I think it is, when you actually just kind of tap out the thing. But either way, I feel as though that is just absolutely the highest quality. You know, you just skip everything else, just go straight to the tree, and that's how you just get pure Canadian right inside you, you know?
In grade 9, during the holiday season, I had a friend who got me a little baby jug of maple syrup. I was drinking it
Aw.
during class, and then my teacher saw, and she took it away because she thought I was being gross. But then we had
Wow.
a Secret Santa that day, and my Secret Santa knew exactly what I loved, and decided to get me maple cookies and a large jug of the same maple syrup. All the signs
Wait,
pointed
what?
to it. Yep, drink it. So I did.
No, don't tell me that he had an entire jug when he was in year 9, was it? Or when he was 9? Okay, then, well, at least it was actually in grade 9, year 9, instead of actually just being 9 years old, because that, I guess it can make a couple of years of difference when you have to drink an entire bottle. Where is it? That entire jug of maple syrup with the cookies or without, I don't care. I mean, I can't exactly say that I know what the cookies are, but really, I just know what maple syrup is. There is no mistaking that, and so I just cannot imagine just drinking an entire jug just because I was given it in a Secret Santa.
Maple syrup. All the signs pointed to it.
Oh.
Yep, drink it.
No, don't
So I
do
did.
that.
My favorite thing to do in the winter is take a bunch of maple syrup and boil it. Then pour it
What?
over snow, and it becomes taffy. And
Oh.
if you screw up, you just have a maple flavored slushy.
What? Pour it over snow?
Pour it over snow, and it becomes taffy.
Oh, I feel as though that is the most Canadian sentence I've ever heard. So you warm up or you boil maple syrup in a pot, then pour it over snow. Tick number 1, you know, it just confirming that it's cold. And then you just get that, which is, what did he say, taffy? But then don't worry about it if you screw up, because he's just going, you just get kind of a slushy, which points back to the cold drinks. And so I'm just so confused. Honestly, I feel as though in a way this video is just doing more harm than good in terms of when it comes to Canadian stereotypes being abolished.
And if you screw up, you just have a maple flavored slushy. This
Like,
is also
what?
good. I just realized
I mean,
I'm not
I can
really
imagine
helping
it would
the
be.
stereotype, but like,
Ah.
everyone likes maple. What, America? You just gonna sit there and pretend you don't drown your breakfast in maple syrup? We
Yeah.
just happen to like it more,
Yeah.
so we put it in our flag.
I mean, there we go. Like he said, is America can certainly not comment on. I can only imagine they're going to be watching this video the most. But realistically, I feel as though if there was any country in the world that would love to just be able to drown things that isn't from their home country, it is just going to be America, because they, you know, like bacon maple syrup or whatever it may be. Not bacon maple syrup, bacon with maple syrup on top of it or something. That just sounds completely weird. But also, I can understand how it would be pretty good.
Why don't you guys stick a cheeseburger or something in yours?
Ah.
Shots fired.
Ooh.
And wow, with that savagery, how could you think all Canadians are nice? Sorry, America, I didn't mean it. I love you, baby. Now, before we get to the
There we
last one,
go.
let's do some bonus terms.
I cannot believe he was just that rude. That was absolutely... I'm probably going to have to cut that from the video, for goodness sake.
didn't mean it. I love you, baby. Now, before we get to the last one, let's do some bonus terms.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna kind of rapid fire these.
Here we
Mickey,
go.
little bottle of booze. 2-6, big bottle of booze. Runners, running shoes.
What?
I mean, do you say slipping shoes instead of slippers? Pop,
What?
not soda.
First of all, what was that? Mickey?
Mickey, little bottle of booze.
Little bottle and then a
2-6.
2-6. What? Where does that even come from? Is it like 6 ounces? Or I have no idea, but that is a very, very strange thing. And that's a big bottle.
Big bottle of booze. Runners, running shoes.
I can understand
Do you
that.
say slipping shoes instead of slippers? Pop, not soda.
I know that one.
It's like a beanie or something.
Oh, for some reason I read that as talk. Yeah, obviously, I mean, it doesn't have the art, but I just, in my mind, I just read that as talk because I've never seen another word that even comes close, I think.
It's like a beanie or something. Loony, $1 coin that has a loon on it.
Hey.
Toonie, 2 loonies make a toonie. Get it? It's
There
a
we
$2
go.
coin. and
Fair
it has
enough.
a bear on it. Poutine, fries covered in gravy and cheese.
Oh, here we go. My drawing didn't make it look very good, but it's delicious. I mean, I've certainly heard that some people go, nah, I don't really like it. And some people go, yes, it's actually fantastic. It's my favorite kind of snack. But either way, every single time I just have to come back to the fact that that is just a heart attack in a bowl. It is just waiting to clog your arteries. Look at it.
And finally, A. Lots of people
A?
seem to think that we just throw the word into sentences randomly.
Oh.
Wait, does it even count as a word? I don't know what it is.
True, I have no idea. Does it count as a word? I mean, I probably would assume that it's not in the dictionary, but then does that make it not a word? Like, what is it then? Is it just a sound? But here we go. I just wanted to read what he actually wrote here. The cat likes milk. Hi, I'm ginger ale. Maple mousse. Sorry. Oh, whatever. I mean, I certainly feel as though they are some very Canadian sentences, and I just don't know how much this video is actually doing to help out and just abolish those stereotypes, like I said.
But when I actually do hear people use it, it's usually in place for the word right. Example, the weather sure is bad, right? The weather sure is bad, eh?
Yeah.
I mean, the odd time I'll hear someone say it, but it definitely doesn't just get tossed around between every word.
Oh, come
Hey,
on now.
Want to know where the name Canada came from?
Honestly, no, not really. Feel like this won't be legitimate at all.
Some explorers were trying to name the new country they had settled in, but they were having no luck, so they put all the letters in a hat and started
What?
pulling randomly. Hey, what's the first letter? C-A? Next? N-A?
Wait, hang on a second. What the hell is going on right now? Because at least I'm fairly sure in terms of the actual word Canada, I've definitely heard from multiple sources now that it has actually just come from the word Kanata, which was, I guess, an Aboriginal word. And so, yeah, in that regard, I have no idea what's going on here. I mean, hey, maybe it's just another stereotype from the US where they're going, what the hell? What are you doing? Like, how can you be having C-A-N-A-D-A? Like, that just is completely ridiculous. You're just pulling out and making up words now.
I think we got it.
There we
And
go.
That's how Canada got its name.
Why are you like this?
Yes, exactly. Thank you for summing that up beautifully. That is just so annoying. I would be so annoyed.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video.
Oh,
I sure
alrighty
did.
then. Oh, poor guy. I mean, I certainly feel as though he had a lot of fun with this entire video because there was a whole bundle of jokes in there, a couple of slide digs at the US, but no, that was a great, just fun little video. I mean, I definitely feel as though there are some things that were purposely misleading, but there were generally just a whole bunch of things where you go, oh, okay, that makes sense, and this makes sense, but then you just have to come back to the fact that, I don't know, you certainly don't feel as though you can call it a stereotype, but the fact that this guy just drank maple syrup from the bottle, I would love to know if that's just a general thing that Canadians do, because that just sounds, I mean, I've said that poutine is a heart attack in a bowl, but that is just absolutely going to just turn your veins to, I don't even know what, just viscous maple syrup. But no, either way, it was certainly a very fun little video that just covered a whole range of different things, just all of these random little bonus ones we had. We had a Mickey, which is a small bottle, and then, what was it, a 2.6, I believe, was a big one, and then runners, which makes sense because we can also call them runners. We got a, oh, I can't remember how to say that one. It was a 2K, I think. Oh, that's probably so wrong. And then also things like pop, and then I guess I can actually just listen to how it was said.
Took. It's like a
Took. Alrighty then. Well, hopefully he's saying it right, but that's just what I'm copying. And then we also had loony and toony, and then just a whole bunch of different things like a heart attack. So yeah, it was obviously just a very kind of broad video, very quick video, but I just really enjoyed that. It was great. But anyway, in saying that, I reckon I'm going to call it there. So thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to do the YouTube algorithmic things down below. Also, if this is the first video of mine that you're watching, then maybe you want to check out some of the other videos that I've done before. You know, we've done plenty of Canadian videos and just generally internationally, and also make sure to check out the original video in the description below. Or hey, maybe you even just want to consider subscribing so that you don't miss another one of these in the future. But all in all, have a good one and see ya.